चलो, CAT and ZAT have so many questions from arithmetic, and CAT is always known for giving at least 50% of your paper consists of arithmetic. In arithmetic, you have average, where you can expect at least one question in quant section from average. आएगा ही आएगा, right? ZAT also asks 1 to 2 questions, but exams like SNAP and NMIMS and MAT will have more questions on average, let's say 2 to 4, somewhere in this. So these are major exams. Now CAT average questions, ZAT average questions will be slightly complex in nature, not a direct question. SNAP and NMAT ask comparatively a direct question, right? SNAP asks a very direct questions on averages. So we'll try to understand first some concept of averages, right? Need to know the basics for average. Average is also called mean. Average is also called mean. So when I say average, average is nothing but simple sum of all observation divided by number of observation. ठीक है, sum of all observation divided by number of observation. That means whatever observations you have, you simply add them and divide by number of observation. Example, if you have x1 plus x2 plus xn divided by number of observation, this gives you an average, right? So average, when I say average marks in maths of 4 students in a class is 30 or 20, right? Does not mean that each student has scored 20 marks, but on an average they have scored 20 marks. For example, there are 4 students, A, B, C and D. Suppose A has scored 40 marks, this guy has scored 10 marks, this guy has scored 20 marks, this guy has scored 10 marks, right? Now, when I have to find out average, I'll simply add them and divide by 4, which will give you what? 20. Now, in 20, average is 20 or not? Now, this person has extra 20. Average is 20. So, first, A will keep 20 with himself and take out extra 20. Now, this guy has 10, which is 10 less than the average, because average is 20. So, if I have to give 10 more to him, this is already 20, so we'll keep no change in this. And this guy also has 10. I have to give another 10 to him because he is 10 less than the average. Now see, 20, if I take one 10 and give it to him, this will also become 20. If I take one more 10, it will also become 20 and it will become 20. So everyone has 20, 20, 20, 20 on an average, right? So if there are, let's say, A, B, C and D, right? These are 4 brothers, has 40 chocolate, 10 chocolates, 20 chocolates and 10 chocolates. So we know that their average is 20, right? We know that their average is 20. Now, if I increase the number of chocolates by, let's say, 5, give 5 to him, give 5 to him and give 5 to him, extra 5 to each of them. So what will happen to the average? Average will also increase by 5. Similarly, if I decrease 5, 5, 5, 5, average will get decreased by 5. And if I multiply number of chocolates by each of them into 5, into 5, into 5 and into 5, then average will also get multiplied with 5. Right? In simple terms, if I add or subtract some k, so see, you are not increasing the number of terms, you are simply increasing each term or decreasing each term by k. x2 plus minus k, xn plus minus k divided by n. What happened to the average? Average will also get increased or decreased by k. Average will also increase or decrease by k, right? average will also get increase or decrease by k. If you multiply each term by k, kxn divided by n, average will also get multiplied with k, right? And if you divide each term by k, then average will also get divided by k, right? This is fine. Now, take this case now. Now, second case is, first part is clear to all of you. In this case, what is the average? 20, right? Now, this part is clear, right? Okay. The next thing, which is more important than this, average is what? 20. Now, suppose these are four brothers, A, B, C, and D. A has 40 chocolate, B has 10 chocolates, C has 20 chocolates, and D has 10 chocolates. So, their average is 20, sorry. Suppose their brother who is in Switzerland, right? वहाँ कई chocolate ज़्यादा famous है. Also come with 20 chocolates. Will the average increase, decrease, or remain same? Same. Why? Because on an average, here this has 20, 20, 20, 20, and you are also getting 20. So you are doing nothing, you are simply adding 20 to the average. Average is also 20, right? But if this guy, right, instead of 20, if he comes with, let's say, 25 chocolates, right? Instead of 20, if he comes with 25 chocolates, what will happen to the average? It will increase, right? And if we come 5 chocolates less, average will decrease. Now let's try to understand one thing from here, and then we'll do one question. Okay. So here average is 20, 20, 20, and 20, and fifth brother is coming with 25, right? Now when fifth brother is coming with 25 chocolates, he will realize that each brother has 20 chocolate on an average. So he will also first keep 20 chocolates, and this remaining 5, what he'll do, he'll distribute it equally among all of them, including himself. So if he has extra 5 chocolates, and he realizes that now there are how many people? 5 people. So 5 chocolates among 5 people, such that each one will get what? 1 extra. So each one will get 1 extra. And now new average will be what? Right? Similarly, if he's come with some less number of chocolate, then that average will decrease. By what value it will decrease? Suppose this 20, 20, 20, 20. And if he comes with, let's say, 16 chocolates, right? If he's coming with 16 chocolate, that means average will go down. By how much it should go down? See, there is a way of forming the equation. अभी मैं question करता हूँ, उसमें equation आता है, right? इसको how to do it? So the other 4 brothers will realize that our brother has got less number of chocolates. So they are impartial. So they will also keep 16 with themselves first, right? They will also keep 16 with themselves. So how much he sacrificed? 4. How much he sacrificed? 4. How much he sacrificed? 4. 4. How much together they have sacrificed? Now 16 chocolates will be divided among 5 brothers, right? That extra 16 will be divided among 5 brothers. How much it will be? 3.2. So now each brother will also get 3.2 chocolates more, because 16 is extra, but that will be divided among each brother. So 16 plus 3.2 is 19.2. So now every brother will have 19.2 chocolates. Replace chocolate with marks or something, right? So when someone is coming with extra, the average will increase. If someone is coming with less than the average, then average will decrease. If someone is coming with same number of average will not change. Clear? Part is clear? This part? Okay. Any doubt in this? This you noted down? This you noted down? Okay. The average and weighted average. Weighted average बहुत काम आता है तुम्हारा, बहुत ज्यादा ही काम आएगा कभी कभी. एंड कैट में एक और चीज याद रखना, कभी क्वेश्चन नहीं आ रहा है तो उस पर दिल लगा के मत बैठे रहना, आगे बढ़ जाना. बच्चा दिल लगा के बैठ जाता है कि ये हो क्यों नहीं रहा है. डोंट वेस्ट योर टाइम. लास्ट ईयर भी कुछ लोगों ने ऐसे ही किया कि आप 4-5 क्वेश्चन ही कर पाते हो उस चक्कर में. Not coming, go ahead and leave and solve the question. You don't have to solve all 22 question. Solve 9 to 10 question with 100% accuracy, 95 percentile को क्रॉस हो जाता है. Okay. Now, if average age of a class of 15 students, right, is, let's say, 13 years. Let's say, yeah, 13 years only, right? If the average age of a class of 15 students is 13 years, and if the age of teacher is included, if the age of teacher is included, the average age of class increases by 2 years. Find the age of teacher. You got the question, right? You got the question. Understood the question. So I will first, let me explain you by forming the equation. कभी कभी equation आना भी चाहिए. How many students are there initially? So x1 plus x2, how much? x15 divided by 15, and this will give you the average, which is 13 years. Cross multiply, this will give you x1 plus x2 plus x15, and 13 into 15, 150 plus 45, 195, right? Now, when the age of teacher is included, so now when you are adding the teacher's age, x1 plus x2 plus x15 plus teacher's age, right? Now, how many people are there? 16. And the average increases by 2 years, right? So now it will be 15. So I have to multiply 15 with 16. So you can multiply 16 5s are 80 and 16 160. 160 plus 80, 40. 16 15s are 240 or not? So how much x1 plus x2 x15 plus teacher, this will go and multiply that side, how much it will become? 240. Second equation, right? Our first equation is how much? 195. So from here to here, the sum is given as 195 plus teacher's age and 240. So teacher's age will be what? 240 minus 195, which is equal to 45 years. Yes. So you got the age of teacher 45 years or not? Any doubt? Any doubt in this? Okay. Now the same question, let's try to solve this. कहाँ बिजी हो सर? वैलेंटाइन डे अभी दूर है. Right, so initially, let's say replace this years with chocolates. So each student has how many chocolates? Let's say 13, 13, 13 and 13, right? And this is where teacher is. So 15 students are there, and each student has how many chocolates? 13. I'm replacing years with chocolates and then we'll solve it. Now if teacher also come with 13 chocolates, will the average change? No, but average is increasing. That means teacher has come with some extra. So teacher is unbiased. She will come to the class. First, she will keep that 13 chocolates with her, right? Because she's impartial. Then remaining chocolates, whatever she has, she will give to each student, thereby increasing the average by 2. That means she is giving 2 extra. So she will give 2 to this, 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 and also keep 2 with herself. So how many she distributed? 15 plus 1, 16. 16 twos are 32 chocolates, right? She distributed 32 chocolates, and initially she kept how many chocolates with her? 13. How much this will be? 45 years, right? And now replace chocolates with years. Understood? Okay, done. In this case, small change, right? The average age of class of 15 student and a teacher is, let's say, 15 years. And when the age of teacher is excluded, excluded, the average age of a class decreases by 1 year. Is by 1 year. And find the age of teacher. Again, we can form the equation to get the answer, and then we'll see that method also, right? So in this case, teacher is already included in first case, right? So we have x1 plus x2 plus x15 plus teacher's age t divided by 16 people, and the average is how much? 14 years, right? Average is how much? 14 years. Now multiply 16 with 14. 16 can be written as 15 plus 1. 14 can be written as 15 minus 1. So a plus b into a minus b is a square minus b square, means 15 square 225 minus 1 224. चल मैथ करना सीखो बेटा, होना हो लोग ऐसे इंप्रेस हो जाएंगे, मार्क्स खाए ना है टीचर से, राइट? How much? 224. Now they are saying when the age of teacher is excluded, so x1 plus x2 plus x15 divided by 15, the average age decreases by what? 1 year. Now it will be 13. 15 into 13. So break 13 as 10 plus 3. 15 tens are 150 plus 15 threes are 45. 195. x1 plus x2 95, right? This is your first equation, and mark this as your second equation. Now what you are supposed to do, supposed to substitute this here, and when you do this, in place of this you write 195. So it is 195 plus teacher's age is 224. What is the age of teacher? 224 minus 195, which is equal to 29 years, right? Age of teacher is 29 years. Decreases by 1 year. 14 year decreases by 1 year. Decreases. This is not increase. This decreases. Decreases. Sorry, decreases by 1 year. Now, as I told you, this method which I told you, We will take the shortcut method also to understand it. So, the average age of a class of 15 students is 14 years, right? Including teacher. So, suppose everyone has 14 chocolates. 14 chocolates. And teacher also has 14 chocolates. Now, teacher wants to go out of the class because of some unruly behavior by the backbenchers. So, teacher decided to move out of the class. He got angry. She decided to come out of the class. And when she came out, she took the number of chocolate, whatever she has with her. Along with that, she took one each student, right? She took one from him, and one from him. She first keep 14 with herself and then take one from how many? 15 student. So one from 15 student, that means 15 along with 14, which is equal to 29 years. See, 29 years. Right? Second is, in this case, we'll have more cases. The second case is weighted average. See, in this such type of question, it might be two people are leaving and one people is entering, or two people are leaving, two people are coming. Those cases are also there as and when needed, but the core concept remains same. Right? The second is weighted average. Average is बहुत easy chapter है, एग्जाम में क्वेश्चन आता है, 99% easy आएगा. अब तुम्हारी किस्मत अगर बहुत ही ज्यादा खराब है, राइट, तुमने भी पाप किए हैं सबने जो इस पर कैट दे रहे हैं, तो फिर क्वेश्चन डिफिकल्ट आ सकता है. तुम्हारा सेट डिफिकल्ट आ जाए. और क्या होता है, ग्रास इज ऑलवेज ग्रीनर ऑन द अदर साइड. तो कैट के दिन पे एक कॉमन डायलॉग रहता है, सर सेट 1 बहुत इजी था, मेरा 2 था वो डिफिकल्ट था, 1 और 3 इजी थे, 3 वाला कहेगा 1 और 2 इजी थे, 3 वाला डिफिकल्ट था. किसकी बात सच मानोगे समझ नहीं आता. But 2024-23 first set was difficult. I mean, this I tell you because I have solved all the papers. तो चिंता मत करो. Okay. Weighted average. Weighted average. So what is weighted average? It's basically average ka average. Right? Weighted average means two averages or more than two averages are given, and it's called average ka average, right? Two averages are given, so uska average kya hoga? And what is the meaning of why it is called weighted average? We'll explain you this. Suppose in a school, class 12th has two sections, A and B. I'm taking two as of now. And average marks in English out of 100. Let's say class 12th A has average marks in English was 40. Let's take easy number 40. Let's say this is 60. And 10th B has an average of 60 marks. This is not individual marks, right? This is the average of the entire class you are taking. Further, it is given that number of students, let's say 30 here and 20 here. We have 30 students in section A and 20 in section B. What will happen to the average of the entire class? So first, again, conventional method. So conventional method is, let's say section A has 30 students, so x1, x2, x plus x30 divided by 30, and the average is 40. So this will give you x1 plus x2, how much? X30, how much? 1200. So don't take x1, again x, you take some other variable, let's say y. y1 plus y2 plus y20 divided by 20, and the average is what? 60. So how much is y1 plus y2 plus y20 equal to 1200, right? So we have to find out the average of the entire class, average of the entire class, 10th, 12th standard. You will have to add these two. So you will add 1200 plus another 1200 and divided by number of people, which are 50, which is 2400 by 50, give you 40, right? This is conventional method. Second is, they can directly remember the formula. All the values under this are denoted by P, Q, W, and this is denoted by Q. See, I'm just taking some reference P and Q. You can take N1 and N2, K and M something. And all the values under P is called P1, P2, P3. Under Q, Q1, Q2, Q3. So you can also obtain this weighted average by using formula P1, Q1 plus P2, Q2 and so on divided by Q1 plus Q2 and so on, right? So this is your P1 and this is your Q1, P2 and Q2. You are going to reach here only directly. How much it will be? 40 into 30 plus 60 into 20 divided by 30 plus 20, which again gives you what? 48, right? So conventional and the formula is clear, right? If you have options also in exam, right, options are given, then also you can find out the answer, right? Sometimes you do get direct questions. जैसे CAT का मैंने क्वेश्चन अभी इंस्टाग्राम पे डाला था, देखा था किसी ने? नहीं, तुम लोग वही नहीं, स्टोरी पे भी डाला था मैंने व्हाट्सएप पे. वन क्वेश्चन आई हैव एक्सप्लेन यू, तो डायरेक्ट क्वेश्चन ऑप्शन से आता है वो. गुड आफ्टरनून. आएगा नहीं तो आज बाकी लोग कहाँ है मतलब? अच्छा, सब सो रहे हैं अभी रात का विसर्जन करके. Okay, now see, take this off. देखो, first certain thing we'll observe from here and why it is called weighted average. So in first case, average for section A was 40, B was 60, and the weighted average is what? 48. The meaning of weighted average, first of all, the weighted average will always be between the given two averages. It will never cross 40 and 60. It can never be more than 60, can never be less than 40, no matter how many number of students you take in first and second section. Second thing is, this 48 is closer to 40 or 60. 40, right? That means more number of students will be taken from here, because 40 students, 48 is closer to 40, right? And less number of students are taken from here. If I interchange this now, if I take 30 and 20, let's do it. If instead of this, if I take 20 here and if I take 30 here, so then 40 into 20 is 800 and 60 into 30 is 1800 divided by 50 only, right? So how much it is? 2600 divided by 50. How much it will be? Which is closer to what? Second case, 60. That means more number of people will be taken. So weighted average, मतलब जिसका weight ज़्यादा है, average will tilt toward that, right? Weight ज़्यादा मतलब ज़्यादा लोग हैं. So first thing is clear to all of you, right? Weighted average. Second is, if in this case, even if I take the ratio of student, which is 3:2, and use this formula instead of number of student, if I have ratio of student, that means 40 into 3 plus 60 into 2 divided by 3 plus 2, you are going to get the same thing, which is 240 by 5, which again gives you 48, right? So ratio of student is also. Third is if you take the difference of this, you have to take in this order, right? This minus this is how much? And this minus this is how much? And you simplify it. 4 3s are 4. See. So if first average, second average and weighted average is given to you, then you can find out the ratio of student. You cannot find actual number of student unless more data is given to you, right? But you can directly find the ratio of students. It will help you somewhere. A question I have weighted average question mixed with percentage they have asked, right? This part is also clear. This is called allegation. Mixture and allegation में भी आता है. Called allegation. तो मिक्सचर एंड एलिगेशन का एक पार्ट है. इट इज बाकी लोगों को मैसेज डालना है कि दिल उड़ गया क्या कैट से इतना जल्दी आ ही नहीं रहे. हो गया त्योहार, अब आ जाओ. 5 दिन मना लिया, 5 दिन बिल्कुल नहीं पढ़े होंगे. फिर अभी नवरात्रि आ जाएंगे, गरबा खेल के थक जाएंगे, फिर नहीं आएंगे. दिवाली के पहले नरकासुर है कि सर पटाखे एक साथ ही उड़ गया. मैं भी कैसे काम चलेगा, राइट? See one more thing now. ऐसे दो के पूछते हैं. 30 20. Let's say third section is also there, which have scored 30, and let's say 60 students, 40 students are there. No, 50 students are there. 50 students are there. Then what will be the weighted average? See, weighted average will be what in this case? The formula will be extended for weighted average. How much? 1200 plus 1200 plus 500 divided by 100. How much this will be? 30. 39 is the average, right? So we know that average will always be between this and this, right? Now 39 कहाँ आ रहा है? इसको अगर अरेंज करके लिखोगे तो एक एवरेज है 30, एक एवरेज है 40, एक एवरेज है 60. ऋषिकेश, यू अंडरस्टैंड हिंदी, राइट? यू आर इन बैंगलोर. तो कर्नाटका बोलने के लिए मजबूर तो नहीं किया हम लोगों ने? कन्नड़ बोलो. कन्नड़ में बात करो भाई. ओके, 39, right? 39 is between what? 30 and 40, right? See, this 39, right? If I take 30, 40 and 60, so the average is coming somewhere 39. Here you cannot take the delegation rule. But one thing which you can add, so many students are here, right? So average will tilt toward that. I mean somewhere in the range of 30. फिर यहाँ 40, 30 यहाँ पर 20 हो गए. तो 50 बहुत ज्यादा है, तो 30 की रेंज में या 40 की रेंज के आसपास कहीं आएगा, right? This is one thing which you have to remember this. They don't, CAT doesn't ask, ZAT doesn't ask, कोई नहीं पूछता है. बस तुम्हें आइडिया होना चाहिए कि कैसे करते हैं, ठीक है? अब वेटेड एवरेज है तो बहुत इजी. क्वेश्चंस भी इस पे आते हैं. कैन बी क्लब्ड विथ परसेंटेज के क्वेश्चंस, कैन बी क्लब्ड विथ परसेंटेज के क्वेश्चंस. तो दिस इज गुड पार्ट अबाउट इट, वेटेड एवरेज का, कि अगर आता है क्वेश्चन तो बहुत डायरेक्ट आता है, ठीक है? We can, when we'll do percentage also, then we'll take those questions of weighted average. Okay. Now, there was this question which was asked I think 2019-20, the questions of average. The question was, if the, this is a CAT question. They say if the sum average of A and B, something like this between the question. Okay. Let's take online only. Average PYQ. Average question PYQs. चलो. यूट्यूब पे नहीं जाना, यूट्यूब पे नहीं देगा, खोल देगा ये. वही तो है बेचारा, डाल देता है. Right? Let's take these questions one by one. Let's take easy question first. Suddenly doubt difficult वाला नहीं लेता हूँ मैं, ठीक है. First question itself is, the average of three integers is what? 13. And when a natural number is included, then a natural number, integers can be positive and negative both. Natural number n is included, the average of these four integers remain an odd integer. Right? The average of three integers is 13, which is an odd number, right? So let's say three numbers are a, b, c. Integers are a plus b plus c divided by 3 will give you what? 13. What is a plus b plus c? 39. First equation, right? Now they are saying that when you are including a natural number, means a plus b plus c plus n. N is a natural number, right? Now divide by 4. Whatever this result is, should be an odd number, right? So what is the smallest possible value of n? Now understand this. This is how much? So we know that 39 plus n divided by 4, and n is a natural number. Whatever number you are adding, it should give you an odd number. At the same time, number should be a multiple of divisible by 4 or not? A multiple of 4 in this case. If I put n is equal to 1, 39 plus 1, 40 by 4, 10. Divide तो हो रहा है, लेकिन कैसा नंबर है? Even. तो odd number के लिए, if you took n is equal to 1 plus 39. Second case, if you take 39, next number will be 4 more than what you have taken earlier. So 1 plus 5, 1 plus 4, 5. Next number should be 5. क्योंकि next fourth number ही divisible होगा ना. So what is 39 plus 5? 44 divided by 4. Answer. ये क्वेश्चन क्या है? बीच में छुपा था कहीं. शुरू में ना 2-3 अलजेब्रा के क्वेश्चन डाल देते हैं. अब तुमको ही मालूम है अलजेब्रा से तुम्हारी दुश्मनी हमेशा रही है. तो तुम जैसे ही उसने बोला तुम्हारे एक्स को ढूंढो, तुम्हारी हालत खराब हो गई कि यार एक्स कैसे मिलेगा अभी. ठीक है. तो अलजेब्रा का दूसरा नाम है उलझ मरा. नॉर्थ में कहते हैं उलझ मरे, उलझ के मर गया. एक्स वाई जेड सभी आ जाते हैं बेचारे. तो वो 2-3 क्वेश्चन जो अलजेब्रा के थे ना, जब नहीं होते बच्चे से, और उसमें डिफिकल्ट वाला भी रहता है, उन दिमाग फोड़ते रहो होगा, फिर बच्चा टेंशन में आता है कि अरे अब नहीं हो रहा, अब तो मैं गया, कैट टफ है, अब क्वेश्चन नहीं हो रहा है. तो वहां पर उतना दिल मत लगाओ. फॉर दिस यू हैव टू बिकम कठोर. कठोर मीन्स हाँ ठीक है, नहीं हो कोई बात नहीं, तू नहीं तो कोई और सही, नेक आगे बढ़ जाओ. तो 2-3 को रिजेक्ट कर दो. ठीक है. तो वो 2 देखो, मैं अगर 2 लेता तो 39 प्लस 2 कितना होता? 41. तो 4 से डिवाइड होता ही नहीं. मुझे तो नेक्स्ट 4 का मल्टीपल चाहिए. मैं 1 2 3 4 करके रख के देख सकता था, लेकिन मुझे मालूम है अगर 1 ले रहा हूं तो नेक्स्ट फोर्थ नंबर, राइट, 1 प्लस 4 भी 4 से डिवाइड होगा. अंडरस्टूड? क्लियर ऑल ऑफ यू? ठीक है. तो ये बहुत लल्लू क्वेश्चन था यार. ये क्वेश्चन बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग है, मतलब अगर तुम सोच सकते हो तो आई विल एक्सप्लेन यू 2-3 क्वेश्चंस, आई विल डू इट। अरिथमेटिक प्रोग्रेशन पढ़ूंगा तब पढ़ाएंगे, और तुम एपी वाला भी नहीं कराऊंगा, फॉर्मूला बताना पड़ेगा उसके लिए। First is Manu earns 4,000 per month and wants to save an average of 550 per month. So he is earning 400 rupees per month and at the same time wants to save an average of 550 per month in a year. तुम्हारे ड्रीम होते हैं ना कि इतना कमाऊंगा इतना बचाऊंगा, फिर कोल्ड प्ले आ जाता है कि चलो खर्चा करो, तुम लोग कहते लो 20,000 वहीं चलेगा उसके टिकट में, ठीक है। फिर अभी वो दूसरी आ जाएगी, क्या नाम है, टेलर स्विफ्ट, तो और ज़्यादा 40,000 देखे आ जाओगे लो, तो ना वो सेविंग जो होती है ना गड़बड़ा जाती है। तो मनु wants earns 4,000 per month and wants to save an average of 550 per month in a year. Good. In the first 9 months, his monthly expense was 3,500. बोला मैंने एक्सपेंस बढ़ गया, तो 500 ही बचा पा रहा बेचारा। And he foresee that 10th month onward his monthly expense will increase to what? 3,700. He realized कि next month से एक्सपेंस और बढ़ेगा, 200 रुपये हर महीने कैडबरी पे खर्चा करना पड़ेगा बेचारे को, रिलेशनशिप में आ गया है। So in order to meet his yearly saving target, his monthly earning in rupees from 10th month onward should be. You got the question right? Monthly expense will increase. तो उसको in order to meet his yearly saving target, उसको क्या करना पड़ेगा? अर्निंग बढ़ानी पड़ेगी। अर्निंग कैसे बढ़ाओगे? या तो मैनेजर से जाके हाइक मांगोगे या कुछ पार्ट टाइम करोगे, लेकिन अर्निंग बढ़ानी है अभी, क्योंकि सेविंग बचाना है। घर में बहन की शादी है, पापा को पैसे देने। How much he wanted to save at the end of year? नहीं, वो तो पर मंथ है। 550 into 12, which is equal to 6,600. Right? This is wanted to save. What happened in first 9 months? How much he could save? First 9 months, how much he could save? Only 500 for 9 months. So total 4,500. So he could save 4,500. 4,500? He was supposed to save 6,600. He has already saved 4,500. Now he wanted to save 2,100, right? And 2,100 he has to save next 3 months or not? Right? Understood? If he has to save 2,100 for next 3 months, so every month how much he has to save? 3 months, 3 7 700. अब वो डिसाइड करता है कि मैं 700 पर मंथ बचाऊंगा तो टारगेट हो जाएगा, दाल रोटी खा लूंगा लेकिन बचाऊंगा। फिर बंदा आ जाता है प्यार मोहब्बत में, कौन से महीने में आया है? 10 अक्टूबर में, दिवाली वाली पे कुछ हुआ होगा, ठीक है। अब खर्चा बढ़ जाता है, तो कह रहा है यार मैं तो 300 ही बचा पा रहा हूँ, 300 ही पर मंथ बचा पाऊंगा, मतलब 900 ही बचा पाऊंगा। Yes or no? Every month he is only able to save 300, 300 and 300, right? He is supposed to save 700, मतलब 400 कम हो गया उसका। Yes, 400 is less. तो कहता है ये कैसे बचाएगा, वो एक्स्ट्रा कैसे लेके आएगा? पार्ट टाइम इनकम करेगा और वहां से जो पैसा आएगा वो सेव में डाल देगा। तो उसको कितना एक्स्ट्रा इनकम बढ़ाना पड़ेगा अपना? His monthly income should be increased by how much? 400. 4,400 उसका मंथली इनकम हो जाना। आंसर अंडरस्टूड? क्या तुमने इक्वेशन यूज किया? नहीं। ये ना रियल लाइफ सिचुएशन पे डाल के देखो, सो यू विल अंडरस्टैंड इट मच बेटर कि ऐसा तुम्हारे साथ ही हो रहा है। यू विल रियलाइज इट। देखो ये भी कैट के ही क्वेश्चन है, कैट में आएगा ऐसा क्वेश्चन भी आएगा, तुमको ढूंढना पड़ेगा, ठीक है। कैट के ऐसा कुछ इक्वेशन बनाने की जरूरत नहीं है, आप सिंपल सिंपल मल्टीप्लीकेशन से हो रहा है क्वेश्चन, आराम से हो रहा है, डोंट पैनिक। अंडरस्टूड? आई होप यू बी एबल टू अंडरस्टैंड दिस, राइट? एज आई टोल्ड यू, हम लोग जब करेंगे टॉपिक तो लेंगे। ये वाला क्वेश्चन भी अच्छा है। 2022 एवरेज से प्यार हो गया था क्या इसको? कंसिडर 6 डिस्टिंक्ट नेचुरल नंबर। सी रीड द इन क्वेश्चन, वो कभी कभी ना वो रियल नंबर बोल देता है और तुम इंटीजर समझ बैठते हो नेचुरल नंबर। यहाँ क्लियरली बोल रहा है नेचुरल नंबर है, such that the average of two smallest is 14 and the average of two largest is 28. मतलब there are 6 distinct natural number. Means have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This average is given as 14. So if average of two number is 14, their sum should be दो नंबर का एवरेज 14, 200 नंबर 28 होगा ना सम बेटा। 28 मतलब both number can be 14 14 or one number can be 13 and one number can be 15. I cannot take 14 14 because distinct है। लास्ट पे आते हैं, the average of largest two number is what? 28, ये 28 है, so sum 56। एक 29 कर दो, इसको 27 कर दो, तो ये भी 58 हो गया। सी सपोज टू बी 28 28, लेकिन सेम नहीं हो सकते, तो एक इधर दे दो 29 27, राइट? अब what is the maximum possible value of the average of 6 number? मैक्सिमम पॉसिबल के लिए ये लार्जेस्ट टू नंबर है, ये स्मॉलेस्ट टू नंबर है, तो द रिमेनिंग टू नंबर्स यू आर गोइंग टू टेक should be between this and this. If you want to make your maximum average, this number should be close to this or not, लेकिन उससे कम होना चाहिए। एक ले लो 26, एक ले लो 25, हो गया। ऐड कर दो, डिवाइड बाय 6 कर दो, आंसर आ गया। चेक करो, डू इट। बोल रहे हैं ना एवरेज ऑफ लार्जेस्ट टू नंबर इज व्हाट? लार्जेस्ट टू मतलब सी और डी, लेट्स से सी प्लस डी डिवाइड बाय 2 इज 28, तो उसका सम 56, राइट? अरे कैट ना कभी धोखा दे देगा, कैलकुलेटर अलाउड नहीं है, फंस जाओ। जैट ने लास्ट ईयर क्या किया था, कैलकुलेटर बंद कर दिया था। जैट ने कैलकुलेटर। हाँ बेटा, ऐड करो, डिवाइड करो, कितना आता है? यस, 22.5, which is the least option. अब कॉमन मेंटालिटी समझो प्रोफेसर का। कैट में एक और चीज समझना है तुमको कि तुम प्रोफेसर जो पेपर बना रहा है उसकी मेंटालिटी समझ पा रहे हो नहीं समझ पा रहे हो। मैं क्या बोला? मैक्सिमम पॉसिबल एवरेज। एक आदमी का जो दिमाग रहता है वो क्या करेगा, वो जो दिमाग उस तरीके से सोचेगा। मैक्सिमम पॉसिबल मतलब बच्चा मैक्सिमम नंबर ही ढूंढेगा ऑप्शन में। अगर तुक्का मारेगा, जय माता दी करोगे तो 24 पे मार्क के आ जाओगे। लेकिन देखो आंसर तुम्हारा ये आया और उस सारे ऑप्शन में सबसे छोटा ऑप्शन है और क्वेश्चन है मैक्सिमम पॉसिबल, राइट? तो अगर किसी को ऐसे वाइल्ड गैस मारना है तो 24 या 23 मार के आ जाए, तो वो, लेकिन उनके ऑप्शन ही ऐसे फ्रेम हो गए। अंडरस्टूड? ऑल ऑफ यू अंडरस्टूड दिस क्वेश्चन? श्योर? सर टेक लेटर ऑन, तो थोड़ा सा तुमको कॉम्प्लेक्स लगेगा वो, इजी है। Want to try this question, 6th one? चलो, हाय बस।